It's time to dive beneath the surface and into the minds and hearts of your favorite celebrities and pop culture icons. Welcome to Up and Adam.
Hey guys, what's up? You're watching Up and Adam. My name's Adam Newell. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm the guy bringing you guys all the weekly interviews and recaps from your favorite celebrities and pop culture influencers. But for those of you who do know me, you know that that's not why we're always here, right? Guys, if you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. And with that, let's jump right in. Okay, guys, so we've talked so much about the Girardis, Tom Girardi, Erika Jane, Erika Chahoy, whatever you want to call her. I know sometimes you guys get frustrated, but I just can't help myself at this point. So there has been more news that has hit the case. It's interesting because we talk about this. I feel like you guys keep saying to me, on one side of the spectrum, thank you so much, Adam, for covering this. And on the other side, you're like, stop with the Erika Girardi news. And I'm like, I get it. But at the end of the day, this is kind of what's current. It's one of the biggest scandals in Bravo history, and we have to cover it. So I apologize if we're over hitting you with this Erika Girardi, Erika Jane feed, but until this is over, we have to keep talking about it. Guys, it seems like, and we've talked to Ronald Richards before. Ronald Richards is the new lawyer who's been brought into the case. He's back to pretty much go through the financial documents, comb through everything, whether it's her spending money, how she got into her new house, where that money's coming from, what transfers have ever happened in the past few years as far as her finances. I mean, again, you guys know what it means. He's here to see if there's any foul play. Now, we just heard, because people have been speculating, what exactly has Tom Girardi been making? And it seems like his former secretary has been ordered to appear in court and share that information with them. I can't believe the numbers that we were hit with, but I don't want to just keep going off on this tangent. I want to let you know exactly what's going on and what those numbers are. So here we go. So Charlene Fujimoto was Thomas Girardi's former longtime secretary, and apparently she was ordered to come into the court. And from what we're hearing, the trustees believe that Charlene handled Mr. Girardi's finances and that she was, or maybe even still is, in possession of some financial documents that could potentially help the cases. They also noted that the trustee feels like Charlene can lend some knowledge to help them navigate, sort of comb through these financial documents and know exactly what was going on, especially considering she was the longtime secretary. She should know something, right? It was said that in light of the debtor's purported inability and poor mental capacity, the trustee is requiring Ms. Fujimoto's assistance in analyzing the financial documents, to which the trustee has obtained concerning the debtor's assets and liabilities. Now, this is what was said by the trustee. Guys, are you ready for this number? This is mind-blowing. Apparently, it's reported that Mr. Girardi was only making $2,958 a month. At least that's currently what he's making, which is so mind-blowing because everyone keeps going back and forth and they're wondering, who's making more in this relationship? Was it Mr. Girardi? Was it Erika? Because as we saw on The Housewife and The Hustler, and if you didn't watch it, go check it out. It's ABC special that they premiered on Hulu. It's a documentary that really gives a voice to the victims. You know, there was even a lawyer, I believe, speaking on there saying at this point, Erika Girardi might have more to her name than Thomas Girardi ever will again. And if she is not found as sort of a participant of foul play here, she's still, think about it, she's bringing in her housewife money. She's a brand ambassador for Savage X Fenty. She has social media posts. I don't know if she's still doing singing gigs, but there kind of seems like there might be a light at the end of the tunnel for Erika Girardi in all of this. We don't know as of yet. I mean, unless Ronald Richards finds more, and it seems like right now that could be a possibility too. Now, following the filing of the trustee's motion, the court actually granted that Charlene Fujimoto has to appear and help. She has to participate in analyzing all of these financial documents. Now, of course, guys, we know that in recent months, Thomas has been accused of owing tens of millions of dollars to the creditors and separately over $25 million in settlement funds. So there's a lot that's owed here, but what's interesting to me is it's being reported that he has over $70+ million in assets. So if he does in fact owe all of this money, you would almost think 75 million that he might have in assets. Once they liquidate about 50, well, technically it's between 40 and 60 million that's owed back to the creditors, the debtors, and, the victims, you would think that he might have a little bit left even after his legal fees, but I'm not quite sure. This is what he has, and this is technically what he owes. They're saying that Thomas Girardi has $74 million in assets, including his $13 million Pasadena mansion that they they were reaching by saying it was worth 16 million. So that's not true. And they just dropped it by $1.5 million in order to get into sort of a quick sale. And he also has his $1 million La Quinta home, but $56 million in liabilities, which includes a $51 million loan owed to his firm, Girardi Keys. Now, guys, we know that the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, this is the week that we've all been waiting for. We're finally going to get Erika Girardi stepping into Kyle's home, Sutton's home, whoever's home you want to call it, but she's going to step into the home and talk for the first time that we're seeing about her divorce. Now, none of the ladies really understood, why would you randomly get a divorce? Why not try to make it work? Did you try therapy? What's going on? Even Garcelle said, why wouldn't you just wait? Now, unfortunately, everyone knew what she was alluding to. She meant, why wouldn't you just wait until the unfortunate passing of Mr. Girardi? And the other women picked up on it. Sutton was the only one who said, Garcelle, stop. And Garcelle was like, you guys are slow. But no, even going back to Garcelle, Garcelle is one of the few women, I believe it's her, Dorit, and Sutton, who have really been pressing on this issue. Garcelle even asked Erika Girardi, and we're not there yet, but we're going to see it. She's like, did you know before you filed for divorce about all of these, I guess, lawsuits coming your way? And Erika said, no, I did not. However, one thing that is kind of questionable at this point is we found out, even in The Housewife and the Hustler, that's why it's so important that we go watch this, that she was served with 2 subpoenas. So she was apparently filming both times, and she never actually had to show up to court for them, but it doesn't necessarily add up, I guess, so to speak. And if it does, we're just waiting for those missing pieces. Now, we're not here to crucify Erika because, as we can tell, if she had any criminal activity, she would have been indicted at this point, just like Jen Shah has been indicted. If there was something here that she engaged in and they already knew about it, her name would be on the chopping block the same way Jen Shah's is and Teresa Giudice's was. However, they can't prove that yet, or at least they haven't. They don't know what Erika may or may not know, and they don't know if she had any knowledge about the funds that were coming into the house. I've even read some comments that said, he went to the law firm, he did his thing, and she's even said on the show, he doesn't really tell me how to do my job or ask me questions about being Erika Jayne, and I don't tell him how to do his job and ask him questions. We've seen on the show where she's talked over him and he told her, be quiet, Erika, or go to your room. It's like there's kind of that relationship that it seems like, and don't shoot the messenger, but it almost feels like it's kind of a don't ask, don't tell sort of relationship. Don't butt into my business, go shopping, go buy whatever you want, but don't ask me about what's going on in my law firm, and vice versa. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you feel like they had that sort of relationship where they didn't necessarily share all of the gritty details? And would Erika have even been interested in the lawsuits? Really? Do you think she would have waited for him to come home every night and said, oh, hey, honey, like, what's going on? Are you being sued right now? No, I don't think she would know necessarily to ask those questions. And I'm not taking sides here. I'm giving the benefit of the doubt because he's a high power attorney that has so much pull, as we saw in the documentary, in the legal and political world. He is respected, or was respected. I don't think she would have to ask these questions. I would just think that his sort of resume would say it all for her to just think, oh, okay, well, he's off doing his thing. He's making money. And I'm so proud of my husband, my 5'5" husband. She's proud. So I just at this point want to hear what you guys think. Guys, if you haven't already, go ahead, give your opinion below. And before you go, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell. Also, we will be covering on Thursday the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. This past week's episode wasn't as entertaining to me, but I'm hoping this is where it picks up. I'll definitely be doing a live. So if you guys are around, join in, call in, join the conversation. Give me your opinions because that's what we're here for. And yeah, until next time, we'll see you then. Bye, guys.
Check us out every Monday and Wednesday. Thanks for watching Up and Adam.